So to do a mite check, you need a jar with this wire mesh cut to the same size as the top. And you just kind of pop it in there, and yeah, I just use wire cutters. And then you need powdered sugar and a spray bottle full of water and a white plate. So yeah, let's go do this. Do a mite check. What I like to do is not use a lot of smoke because that obviously makes the bees want to gorge on honey. And when you're doing a mite check, you want a jar full of bees that are nurse bees and bees that haven't been full of honey, or you're going to have a jar full of nectar and the mites can't fall off nicely because you just have a big gooey mess. So I try not to use smoke, but I don't have to when I'm doing mite tests. And the first thing you're going to want to do is find the queen, so you make sure you don't get your queen in the jar for the mite. So I just wanted to show you really quick that these bees are on a nectar flow. I don't know if you can see that glistening, beautiful nectar, but because they are, I'm going to have to be even more careful to get nurse bees instead of foragers for the mite test. And the way you do that is you look for a frame that has half open brood and like half capped brood, so you can make sure they're your nice nurse bees that aren't out foraging on nectar. I found my queen. She's right here. Right there. I don't know what you're seeing in the camera, but so I'm going to place her back in the hive and then grab a frame of open and closed brood. So here are a bunch of nurse bees. They're taking care of the brood in here. That's why you want to find that open and closed brood. Have a lot of nice drone brood at the bottom. And then what I do is I take a clean dry jar. These jars, so I kind of eyeball 300 bees, which I've gotten pretty good at now. But you can always get pinto beans or something and put a cup of them in a jar and then mark where that line would be. Or some jars have half a cup of bees marked. I'm sorry, I think I said a cup. You want half a cup of bees. And then instead of shaking these bees into a bucket, I just take my jar and run it along the frame, and the bees kind of fall in, and then I shake it so that they go to the bottom and don't fly off. So just kind of like this. And I try to stay away from like the honey if I can, because those are going to be bees that are full of honey or nectar. So that's about 300. Then I'm going to cover it with that mesh and then put my frame back. Here's my jar. I like to walk away from the hive I'm testing. Why? Because I'm shaking a jar full of bees and they don't like it. And you don't want that pheromone near a whole open hive of bees. Sorry, getting my hive tool. Okay, let's see. I'm using my iPhone, y'all. Okay. So then you're gonna eyeball about 2. Make sure your lid's on good this time. You're gonna eyeball about 2 tablespoons of sugar. Just kind of work it down in there. make sure they're nice and covered. And I've read and heard that if they're out in the sun, the mites fall off better. So if you can, put them in a sunny spot. And then, oh my gosh, where's my timer is on my phone. I'm gonna turn my phone off and time 1 minute. So now, they've been sitting here for 1 minute with the powdered sugar rolled around. And now I'm gonna shake it off on like this onto the plate with the screen side down for 1 minute. So I have to let you go. You're not gonna watch this whole thing. I'm gonna set my timer for a few seconds and get close to a minute. But well, maybe for the purposes of this video, I'll try to have good judgment. But you kind of want to make sure you're blocking the wind if it's a windy day so that your mites aren't blowing away instead of falling onto the plate. I always get like an angry bee buzzing around me or two. Sorry, ladies. But you have to shake pretty hard. I kind of judge whether or not I'm shaking it hard enough by hearing the bees go to the top and then the bottom. And I kind of like to go like this and make sure they're not blocking the screen from mites falling through. But yeah, usually I time out precisely 1 minute in the jar with the powdered sugar and then 1 minute shaking it onto a plate. And I think we're probably getting pretty close. And you can see they're not covered in nectar because they weren't out foraging. Maybe a little bit, but it's pretty good. The powdered sugar's coming off nicely and it's dry. I actually got some pollen, quite a bit of pollen. So there were some foragers in there. It's not going to be perfect. I see one mite, not bad. I like to see at least one just so I know it's working. Yeah, just one mite. So you use the water to dissolve all the, I don't know if you can see me. Yeah, you can. I can't see you guys. But you use the water to dissolve all that powdered sugar, and then you can look for the mites, which is that little red dot right there is a mite. This is all pollen and some other funky bits. So yeah, you're gonna divide that by 3 so you can get your count per 100. Half a cup of bees is about 300 bees. And after you get your count, I like to take the bees back to the hive as soon as possible. And like I said, it's, I don't know if you can see me. It's closed up as much as possible. You know what? I've been turning my phone this whole time. Anyways, pour the bees back in. They're going for my hand.